they were very, very good, and we weren't nearly as efficient or even close to being good. And it's for a lot of reasons, most of it just having a bad day. And just be really overwhelmed with their timing, their talent, their length, their size. Close game until they went zone, and we got a few good shots, but we did not. We really surprised us as far as us. We practiced a little bit. They hadn't played a lot of zone, but we certainly weren't efficient against it.
Jake, Coach, like you said, when they went to the zone, that was when they made the run. What was it, like, for example, against Eastern, you said it was their quickness. What was it about their zone tonight and on your end?
Yeah, I don't think it's as much about them as us. They haven't played a lot of zone. It's a good zone, but we have areas that we just have to get better at. Some of it might be schematic. Others are just, just simply seeing the spots that are open, driving where you need to shoot. Getting the spots where you can shoot it. We weren't very efficient, and it's an area that we have to work at.
Chris?
But their length was, I told our guys, it's a Syracuse length that was also got in the way. Not the quickness of Eastern Michigan, but the length of like a Syracuse.
You got the ball in the middle of that Syracuse zone at times. What made it so hard to do that this time?
They played off our spike just enough. And he's got to move in closer, and he's got to look like he's going to shoot it. And then I think a big difference is having guys that really see it. Karis LeVert was the guy that we got in there a lot back in that Syracuse zone, and so he's a good passer. He's a good passer in the zone or finding people that are cutting into the zone, and we missed that today. His vision.
And then defensively, can you just talk about some of the?
Well, we try. We've been trying to do a lot of different things, and tonight so when you're doing that, like we're just trying to find anything we can, and it's worked. I think it's provided us a couple of victories. You get just average in everything. If you're just playing man to man, you should be getting better all year. But when you play different zones. We were just very average in everything, and they were very good. It just, once again, their length. The advantage like Karis has is a guard. He's 6'7", he sees over everybody. Derek and Spike get in there, and they don't see over everybody. Those guys, that front line was a great passing team. Whatever we threw, they just threw over the top of us.
Brendan? You guys have had some hard losses over time, but not quite like this, getting hit like that. How do you think these guys respond?
Well, that's our job as coaches to do what we can to make sure we take a positive of it. Just sort of, you take it and you wrinkle it up, and you throw it away and you say that game is done. Let's learn from as much as we can from that particular game because we'll see more of this in the future. And so it's glad that we don't have to go to Iowa City. I mean, because if they do that to us here, let's see what they can do there. So we just have to learn from it. I'll try and pick pockets of what we think that we can use going forward.
When you talk about trying a lot of things, you get average across the board there. Is that something that's kind of been in the back of your head the whole time? Is that you're not ever going to be able to excel at one thing like in this?
What I do, and it's a really good question, I run out of practice time. You just can't, like I say, yesterday we were working at the 2 zone. The day before we worked at the 3 zone. So it gave us very little time to work at our 2 zone offense and just get things. But, there's when you're trying to do so many things, but we're just grasping for straws, not right now trying to find, that's probably the poor word. We're just searching really, really hard to find the best way for us to play as a team. And then you have to change that a little bit for the next opponent because they're all different. And that's the challenge.
Back down front with Jake. Coach, your thoughts on Aaron White tonight, and if you would, what was your message to him at the end of after the game?
I love Aaron because I got to coach him in USA basketball. I really think a lot of him. And the message was they have a very good team. I told our team this is what we've done to a lot of teams on the road, is gone in and had a commanding win like that. And I just told them, your team, you just got to understand that you have a really good team, that you can really have a great year and just stick together. You got to make sure your team sticks together.
Nick?
John, what is Aubrey doing right now well that's something he wasn't able to do early in the season? What has he improved on, I guess, the most as things sort of slow down for him?
Well, he's recognizing things just a little bit quicker, and that's the issue. He didn't block out in the very, very first play. And they got to lay him. So that did not put. We have talked nothing but block out since the Michigan State game. So he's growing in some areas, I think, that it's small bits right now, but he's got he's been successful now, 16 points in this game, 4 threes in this game, that I think he's gained confidence that he can at least put the ball in the basket. Now he's got to grow into some other areas.